Whoa! Hey, welcome everybody to the Lone Safe radio show, Main Street Forum, soon to be. I'm going to talk about that a little bit in the show today. You're probably wondering, if you're seeing this right here, what the heck is that pyramid and the all-seeing eye doing on my computer? What's it mean? Most of you guys carry this in your wallet and don't even know what the heck it is, and anybody that talks about it is some weird conspiracy theorist. And I actually think people that carry the dollar and don't even know what's on it are weird. Okay? No, they're not weird. They just need to get educated, and that's what I'm going to do to help some of you on Main Street figure out, hey, what's going on? What's this mean? Because it's all a game, and you're going to learn that. Let me button my coat here. Got a good show for you, of course. Everything we do is going to focus on problems, but at the end of the show, we're going to come up with some solutions, hopefully, for you guys to make your lives a little bit better. And part of that is making a little cheddar to do that. You got to make some money to live. Money buys freedom for us poor little slaves on Main Street, just so you know that. And I'm going to talk more as our shows go along about history, the history of slavery, the history of money, Freemasons, the New World Order, all that stuff that people think is, weird and conspiracy theorists, and again, it's not. It's as real as can be, as real as a heart attack. And today at the end of the show, towards the end of the show, before we talk about making money, I'm going to go a little bit in the history of money and also what is this on the dollar bill. So stay tuned for that. Some solutions to your problems. And again, in the beginning of the show, we're going to always talk about the problems because we got a lot on Main Street right now, and especially homeowners out there that are suffering in their homes. Their homes have become literal traps, and they're living what they thought was the American dream has turned into the American nightmare, and millions of people are suffering from that. And I want to help those people and help them get ahead and make sense of all this BS that's happening out there. And it is BS, but they need to understand exactly what's behind it. What's the plans of the masters that be for us, the homeowners? Is there ever going to get help to you guys? We're going to talk about a story that came out in the Florida Business Journal where a Miami judge grants a reverse of foreclosure. I thought that was really interesting, so I want to talk about that. New loan modification scams and different scams being played out on consumers and homeowners on Main Street. New one is a guy charges a homeowner cash to refer him to get free help. So this clown, Michael Shafran with Mediation Recourse Center, said, I'm going to help you, Mr. Homeowner. I love you and I love helping people. Give me $700 and I'm going to refer you to a free service. So I want to talk about that. That seems like the newest little scam. And anybody charging money up front, you want to be leery of. Not everybody charging money is a scam, but a good majority are. And I'm going to help you find who the scammers are and hopefully find the legit people out there that you can get help from. But don't get help from Michael Shafran and the Mediation Resource Center unless you want to get screwed. Kids left jobless in the recession, unemployment. I always want to talk about that because that seems like a continuation of the problems on Main Street. People losing their homes, they're losing their jobs, and there seems to be no end in sight. I believe there's an end in sight, and the answer is right here with us. It's not going to come from big government. It's not going to come from some job fairy or job czar flying down from the heavens to give us all jobs and shoot us in the butt with a job. Bam, you got a job now. It's not going to happen. We need to create these jobs ourselves. We need to find ways to help ourselves. And I've done it myself. I'm doing it right now, doing these videos and these radio shows, which is new to me. And I want to help you guys out there. And if you're not a homeowner, you're not facing foreclosure, there's always going to be things in my show that could possibly help you, whether you're here in the States or you're finding me on Ustream and you're in the UK or you're in India or whatever. I'm going to teach you guys some things that are happening with our world, how it works, and then also how to make money in this world. So the kids out there are getting hit left and right. I have kids myself. And they're always going to have the worst as far as unemployment. They're at about 40-50% right now. And they need to create their own futures besides going to McDonald's to work or Target or whatever. I think kids especially now, if they put down those iPods and MySpace accounts, they could do a lot with all that time, as opposed to having to join the military when they're 18 or 19 to pay their bills or get a college education, which I see probably happening for a lot of teenagers. And, it doesn't have to happen. But if that's what they want to do, they can do it. But if they're doing that just to get a job, I think that's a travesty. And us people, I'm a parent, and if you're a parent out there or you're a teenager, you need to think of other ways. If you don't want to go fight and kill people for money, let's think of ways to, do that. And that goes for older people out there that I see joining the military in order to pay their bills. The military is not bad, but, if you're joining just to pay your bills, you're in for a big surprise. Because when you do join the military and you do go out there to Iraq, to Iran, I think Iran's coming sooner or later, but whether you're in Iraq or Afghanistan, you're there with a gun and you're there trained to kill is basically your job. You are there to keep peace and, bring freedom to America, I guess is what they say, but you really are a soldier with a gun and they want you to kill or be killed. So if you're not in or up to that stuff, don't join the military and figure other ways to make money. But if you are, good luck. Lawyers turning to a life of crime, been talking about that, the different attorneys involved in scams with the slimy mortgage broker who I call the cock broker. Again, cockbrokers, cockroaches. Basically, you turn the lights on and they scatter, but they're the guys that are feeding on the crumbs, and they just seem not to go away. You kill one and there's another 100. And, they're getting arrested. They're getting shut down by the Department of Real Estate here in California, and I'm sure across the country. The FTC has done a great job. The various attorney generals across the country have also been doing a good job. This is probably one of the number one scams, and then also one of the number one crimes that these law enforcement agencies are going after as far as white collar. And it amazes me that a lot of these brokers and these attorneys are still operating, even in this field of loan modifications. I really think they should all get out of it. And if they don't, they're probably operating illegally, and they're going to get whatever they have coming down the pike. So if you're a lawyer or you're a mortgage broker watching me and throwing darts at me and wanting to kill me, good luck. You're the ones that, got yourself in that position. Lawyers, there's some good lawyers out there. Think of other ways to make money. You should start a blog and start blogging about this bullshit, as opposed to getting in bed with mortgage brokers like I talked about yesterday. Christopher Diner, California attorney, got in business with his homeowner neighbors there in Ladera Ranch in Orange County, and they started this scheme, and now they're sitting in Orange County jail on $1.5 million bail. Okay? They went from granite to concrete. Granite to concrete. Plush carpet to concrete. Okay? And they're going to be made an example of. I've been seeing, 30-year prison sentences being handed down to various mortgage brokers, 7 years, 5 years, and so forth. So expect a lot more of that out there. Homeowners, anybody that's on Main Street, man. Work from home scams are huge right now. Debt consolidation scams. And then also they're, doing the audits, which was a legitimate service and it can be, but, they're using it to scam people out there. So be leery of any professional right now. Anybody with a white collar, wanting to help you for money, I'd be very, very leery of. They got to pay their bills, and they're very desperate. And a lot of them are turning to crime, unfortunately, lying, using their licenses to take money and not performing services because they're trying to make their Beamer payment, or they're trying to make their wife happy or pay their $1 million mortgage in Ladera Ranch in Orange County. So a lot of them are scamming to pay their bills.